into the desert. You should also get to know your neighbours. Yes, everybody needs good neighbours. Actually, I watched the Kylie show briefly tonight, and just very briefly, and I saw she did a scene. What's his name? Jason What's his face? Jason Donovan. And that's the first time they've been on screen together for about 20 years. Because of course they were like, you know, a couple in EastEnders, a couple in Neighbours. They got married in Neighbours, and of course they went out in real life, didn't they? They did a little sketch together, and he was like, he was trying to pretend, I don't know, he didn't know her in the sketch. And she was like, you know, it's me, Jason, it's Kylie. And he was like, who are you? It was quite funny, but you know, Kylie, we all love Kylie. Anything Kylie does is great. 30 seconds are counting down. Something else you should do is plant a tree. Learn not to say yes when you really mean no. It's a hard one, isn't it? It's a hard one. It's something I've just sort of learned recently, actually. So now I just say no. Can you do it for me? No. No, I can't. No. But it is hard, especially if you care about someone. It's hard to say no, isn't it? It's hard. Brand new dealer. It is Natasha. Good luck. Let's go for a spin. We have a result. It is numero un rouge, one red. All it's in your first dozen, first column. It's in the all fans, one red. Confirmation, one red on your screens, and we have a winners. Congratulations to all our winners. We have Ali with 3, Peggy has 18. We have a Go Joe Go. Yes, you've got 9. Cy West has 54. Incal has 36. Ocean, you've got 60. Lolabo, how you doing, Lolabo? You've got 300. We got a Hamish with 36. Pippa with 6. We have Nothing with 36. Max Betts has 45. Lots and lots of winners there. Well done to all our winners. And once again, all our viewers on Virgin One, we're going to be leaving you in just a few seconds. Please continue to watch and play Live Roulette on the Sky Channel 847 or online at www.liveroulette.com. You do need to be 18 or over to join us here on Live Roulette. We would love to have you back. So we're back with a new game and a brand new dealer after this.
Welcome to How to Blow a Billion, the show that gives you the chance to forget your meaningless low-life existence and live for one day as the icon of your dreams. If you want to become a star, well, there really is only one place to be: Hollywood, Tinseltown, where the streets are paved with gold. So write your acceptance speech, pull on the tux and prepare to walk up the red carpet as we attempt to blow a billion on one ultimate day out as an Oscar winner. Coming up in tonight's Spending Spectacular. we head to the Caribbean to indulge ourselves in the opulence of the world's most expensive hotel suite on a holiday that would blow any starlet's mind. There's rare and frighteningly expensive movie memorabilia. We celebrate our Oscar win with the world's finest champagnes and check out how to get that perfect Hollywood smile. And if all that wasn't enough to get any Oscar winner a standing ovation, get ready to light up the town with our friend Mr. Aston Martin. And then hit the track with something a whole lot more fast and furious. But first, well, let's go party. It's Oscar night, you've scooped the Best Actor category, and it's time for a knees up. So stuff everyone in the limo and head west to LA's Santa Monica district, where your oceanside penthouse apartment will become the talk of Tinseltown. Because this is a pad that will drive the competition mad.
The property we're in now is located high above the Pacific Ocean in Santa Monica, California. The property is just about 11,000 square feet, including all of your decks and the roof garden above, and that includes 5 bedrooms and 7 bathrooms. What really makes this property special and unique is the location and the views. You are sitting high atop the Pacific Ocean. You have tremendous views everywhere. You can see all the way north of us to Malibu, the entire, what we call the Queen's Necklace here of the coastline. You're very close to Los Angeles proper, and of course, it's beautifully furnished with lovely antiques, and it just really has a wonderful sense of a lifestyle of luxury. The building offers so many amenities that are very security conscious and very privacy conscious. So you would have a doorman and 24-hour security here. You have private facilities for conferencing. So it really does have quite a bit of thought for the security conscious and those famous to keep you away from the paparazzi. This is absolutely the perfect place for an Oscar winner to come. It has everything, and couldn't you imagine just having wonderful parties after Oscar night here?
Oh, I'm imagining. Oh, the neighbours ain't too bad either.
Santa Monica has become very much a magnet for celebrities to either visit, have a second home, or having the typical deal lunch or breakfast. That's sort of a great spot to cite celebrities up and down the promenade here. There aren't any other properties in this area that have this really tremendous sense of privacy and the entire floor. We're very high up and so unique because you can walk the length of the entire property in the roof garden, see no one else, no one can see you, and really you can have these tremendous views. Of course, there's ceiling to floor glass on the outer wall of all the rooms. So I believe that the views and the sense of privacy here is really what lends it the most value. Having this much space, these views, and this privacy for under $10 million really is the best of all worlds.
You heard right, just under $10 million, and this beachfront baby is yours. The gorgeous climate, however, is thrown in for free.
Here on Ocean Avenue, you are guaranteed what we would call the typical coastal California experience. You'll have fog in the morning, but it's going to be brilliant in a few hours, and you can go out on your deck and have sunning, and you can hear the ocean below you, and it's really, really a terrific place to be outside of maybe the tropics in Hawaii. The person fortunate enough to buy this unit really will be one of Los Angeles' most beautiful and elite, and I believe they'll be beyond that because, of course, they're the only ones that will have a penthouse in the clouds high above the ocean here on Ocean Avenue in Santa Monica.
At $10 million, it's the perfect leading man's lady pad. We'll take it. So now we've got the ultimate LA beachside Bay Palace, but being the jet-setting Oscar winners that we are, we're also going to need the ultimate holiday hideaway for those more intimate casting couch moments. Well, how about here? The stunning Atlantis Hotel in the Bahamas. It's the most expensive hotel resort complex ever built, and it's the perfect place to get away from all the hurly-burly of the Hollywood high life.
The hotel's concept is the myth of Atlantis. The themed environment brings to life the ruins, the mythology of this ancient culture, and it's partially submerged under the ocean still. And marine life inhabit that area. 50,000 fish, over 200 species, inhabit the city streets that you walk through at Atlantis, and you see the culture of the ancient people. At Atlantis, one of the main activities has to be exploring the ruins of Atlantis and the fish and the creatures. There's also the Mayan Temple, which is ruins of an ancient Mayan culture, which is a 7-story high replicated temple out of the Yucatan jungle that offers 7 water slides, thrilling slides, that take you through shark pits and through tunnels in the dark interior of the temple. You're totally unawares of where you are, and all around you is sharks. It's exciting and shocking to the senses. There's the beaches to explore, 3 miles of lovely beach, and of course all the water sports you can imagine. The casino and the gaming are a huge highlight. And we've got the largest casino in the Caribbean, suspended over the lagoon. 30 restaurants and lounges to choose from. There's so much to see and do. Predator Lagoon is deep water grottos and caves that house and are home to large predators, sharks and sawfish, and gigantic groupers bigger than you and I. And then there's Ruins Lagoon, which incorporates the huge manta ray. It's got a wingspan of like 8 or 9 feet. Many varieties of sharks swimming over your head through an underwater tunnel that you walk through. And it's as if you're walking underwater and they're swimming over your head. It's kind of awesome.
But it's no good just coming here and staying in any old luxury suite, for as Oscar-winning movie stars, we demand nothing but the best. And fortunately, we're in the right place, because the Atlantis has the most expensive hotel suite in the world.
The Bridge Suite is that massive structure that you see that bridges the gap between the east and west Royal Towers. And it's a 6,000 square foot structure that has panoramic views of all of the island to the north, to the south, east, and west. Immaculately decorated with all of the furnishings and fixtures and amenities that you ever would want. The suite has, of course, room service, 24-hour butler service. I think pretty much anything your heart desires can be arranged.
And that includes one of the biggest bills this side of a 50-foot Pelican.
The Bridge Suite costs $25,000 a night, and it's worth every penny. And if you're staying there, if you're lucky enough to be the person staying there, you can say, hey, that's where I am. The people that stay in the Bridge Suite are typically celebrities. For example, Michael Jackson was one of the first people to stay in the suite. High rollers and people who just like the best in life.
Well, if it's okay for old Wacko Jacko, it's okay for us. We'll take 14 nights in the Bridge Suite at $25,000 or £15,877 a night. Plus, let's say an extra 50,000 quid on the blackjack table and another 10 on sundry film star fripperies. Making our Caribbean dream fortnight in the sun a scene-stealing 282,231 big ones. Now let's get some bubbly. Time to jet off to France. When it comes to Hollywood shindigs, well, the drink of choice has just got to be champagne. And if you want your after party to be the one everyone's talking about, well, there's really only one kind of champagne to serve: Krug. Here in the Champagne district of France, they've been creating Krug for over 150 years, and it's widely regarded as some of the finest and certainly the most expensive champagne money can buy.
The first thing I will do is to slowly undo the cage that is around the cork here. You hold the cork and you start to move. And here you are, open the bottle in a very, very quiet way. So now I will take a glass and look at this. So that's the beginning of happiness. Cheers. And there starts the magic.
As a favourite of the Hollywood set, the Krug brand is regularly featured in hit movies such as the Pierce Brosnan smash hit, The Thomas Crown Affair. But no product placement is necessary when it comes to convincing the true connoisseur of its quality.
It's a wonderful aroma. It's like many flowers. And then I take a sip, and here I have all the wonderful feelings. Explosion of fruit, depth, intensity, complexity. It's a total experience. And when I swallow, then I have marvelous sensations. Every sip takes you away. You're not in the normal world anymore. If you don't know the magic of champagne, you have to try it. You can read, you can listen, you can hear of it. If you have not tried it, you don't know what it is.
But for something as extraordinary as an Oscar win, you're going to need a truly extraordinary bottle of bubbly. Show us the best you've got, Monsieur Krug.
The Krug Collection 1981 is extremely rare. You would pay retail anything around between £300 and £400 a bottle. As for the Clos du Mesnil, it would be around £250, something like that. I've been sipping Krug since I was born. I had a few drops of Krug on my lips before mother's milk. And then I've been drinking Krug regularly growing up and working in the house. Every sip is like a new day. You know, every bottle I open is like opening my windows in the morning and see the sun. So I think for me, Krug is the taste of happiness and the kind of eternal youth. It's like playing a symphony when every instrument combines into a complete magic.
Right. We'll take 50 cases of the Crew Collection 1981 at £400 a bottle, please. That should get any silver screen shenanigans rocking. So, with the 50 cases coming in, a stomach-turning subtotal of 240,000 quid plus a couple of Alka-Seltzer, well, we've managed to celebrate our Best Actor award in style. But no slacking, billionaires, because the party has only just begun. Coming up, we give our wallets a shock with a frighteningly expensive movie poster. We cop up for a colossal dentist bill for that perfect Hollywood smile. Then get ready to take a ride in the ultimate Screen God sports car. And burn up some serious wonga as we follow in the tracks of Jason Priestley and buy ourselves a seat in a top motor racing team. So, gentlemen, start your engines as we get ready to blow $1 billion, the Oscar win away. Welcome back, prima donnas. We're at the halfway stage of our ultimate billionaire Oscar winners' big day out, and so far we've managed to blow a whopping 282,231 quid on a 2-week break in the world's most expensive hotel suite. A corking 240 grand on the ultimate Oscar winners' tipple, and just under 6.5 million sterling on an incredible LA beachside condo. Making our half-time total an award-winning £6,857,871. Let's go cane some more. So we've got the Flash Hollywood penthouse. Well, what better way to decorate it than with the rarest old movie posters in the world? So as a billionaire Oscar winner with moolah to blow, get your pampered little tush over to New York and Metropolis Collectibles, where you'll find some of the ultimate memorabilia in Hollywood history.
In movie posters, the value is determined by the rarity and the importance of the movie. The two most valuable titles that exist are Frankenstein and Dracula.
So horror is the way forward, and for a truly scary rarity, well, you really can't go past the original 1931 Frankenstein poster. It was found in an old suitcase at a car boot sale, and it's the most expensive movie poster in the world.
It's an original release 1931 Frankenstein poster, which is generally considered to be the most valuable poster ever to be found, and it's the most valuable poster that ever could be found. It's so good that it's hard for people to believe that the poster actually existed when I found it. People thought it was a hoax. So you can kind of get an idea of how important and how valuable something like that would be. The poster, if it was put up for sale, I think would probably sell for anywhere from $800,000 to $1 million. It is a very valuable poster.
Now, throughout this series, we've seen a number of ridiculously expensive items, but $1 million for a poster. Let's be honest here, it's verging on the obscene. Brilliant, we'll take two at $1 million-ish a piece, making a total in pounds of £1,265,963 quid. Now let's go blow another fistful of dollars in the Big Apple. OK, billionaires, let's play a game. For 10 points, let's see if you can guess what has changed this New Yorker's life forever.
But it has to give you such confidence. You know, you walk into a room, it's like, you know, you're the light bulb. You turn the place on.
That's right, he's bought that Hollywood smile, as has he and this fella too. And to create that perfect grin, they've all been to Lowenberg and Latouche, the daddies of designer dental work to the stars.
We treat an enormous number of models, actors, and music people, and we've become known over the years as dentists to the stars. To transforming your smile into a beautiful one is basically done with porcelain veneers that are placed or bonded on top of your natural teeth. By using porcelain veneers, you could actually change the shape of your mouth, the color of your teeth, the shape of your teeth, the position of your teeth. You could do just about anything to take someone who has an average or a bad-looking smile and make it into a great-looking smile.
But of course, Oscar winners, a great-looking smile is going to cost a great big wad of cash.
To attain the Rolls-Royce smile, you have to figure it's gonna cost somewhere in the range of $40,000 to $50,000.
That's a jaw-dropping 31,667 sterling. But what do you expect when you're using the most famous celebrity dentists in town?
We've actually become the celebrities as much as the celebrities who we treat. When you do this treatment, the smile turns out so great that it really is worthy of an Academy Award all on its own.
And that's enough to bring a smile to any billionaire Oscar winner's face. Consider us sold. Well, by now, movie stars, things are looking pretty good for you. You're a famous actor. You've won an Oscar and your smile is the talk of Tinseltown. All you're missing now is one of these. The £160,000 Aston Martin Vanquish is the perfect choice for any screen god. With a 6-litre V12 engine that develops 460 brake horsepower and a top speed of 200 miles an hour, this monster wasn't hand-built for any bit part player. This car was created specifically for the screen superstar. 007 drives one, and so should you. It does 0 to 60 in 5 seconds flat, and it's the dream machine to be seen in on the Sunset Strip. But when you're going to pose in the best of British, there's one optional extra you simply can't live without. It's the Lynn Aston Martin Vanquish audio system, and it's the most expensive car stereo in the world.
When we started to design this system, we decided that we weren't going to go for the traditional hi-fi in-car system. We decided to make a car system which would give you really, really great music rather than just loud booming noises.
The mind-blowing amplifier has 12 75-watt channels driving an incredible 12 speakers strategically located throughout the car. The billionaire's boombox also has a built-in CD changer, navigation system and phone system. But here's the catch. This in-car hi-fi is so exclusive that the only way to get hold of it is to purchase the Aston Martin Vanquish. There's simply no other way to get your hands on one.
Lynn don't make in-car audio systems for anyone else. If you want to have Lynn in your car, you have to buy this car, which retails in excess of £160,000.
And bearing in mind that their home hi-fi systems cost in excess of 100 grand, well, you can guarantee that even if their car stereos were sold individually, you'd still be looking at a price of 5 figures upwards. Still, having to buy this ultimate in Oscar winners' automobiles as part of the package ain't the worst thing in the world, so we'll take the lot. And 160 biggies, even better. Hollywood and motorsport share a long tradition. Steve McQueen raced Porsches, Paul Newman has his own race team, and more recently, actor Jason Priestley barely survived a 180-mile-an-hour IndyCar wreck. It's high octane, high cost, it's so us.
My name is Matt Neal. I've been in British Touring Car Championship since 1992. There's heaps of famous people who are all into touring car racing. It's what people love. All through the ranks of pop stars, film stars, everything, they all love fast cars.
And so do we, you lucky fella.
If you've won the lottery and you've got sort of a limitless amount of money and you want to get into touring cars, your best option is to go and approach one of the existing privately funded outfits. They'll be looking for about £250,000 and then you're away.
One such privateer who's come good through this route is 23-year-old Gavin Piper, who's landed himself a seat with Team Dynamics.
I grew up in a very small town called Bulgaria up the north of Scotland. So to go from a small town in Scotland to travelling over the UK, racing Alfa Romeo cars, you know, capable of 150 miles an hour, is every boy's dream. So yeah, I've got the perfect life. I'm really loving it. In touring cars, I race an Alfa Romeo 156. But if you were to go and buy one from a dealership, possibly about 10% of that car is used on my race car.
To compare these cars to something else, it's very difficult, but the only thing was the same as the road car was the silver badge on the front of the bonnet.
And the running costs are a little different too.
I think they're working on 2 to 3 million maybe for a two-car team.
So we're looking at £3 million per year to run our own Hollywood-based team, or for 250 grand you could be a privateer like Gavin.
Compare Team Dynamics to Matt Neal's team Vauxhall, we'd be like saying we're more like Swindon Town, so when we win a race it's like Swindon Town beating Manchester United.
For having been a privateer himself, Matt knows how dreams can come true for lads like Gavin.
I started off as an independent privateer, working my way up through the ranks and midfield, and then finally being able to win races as my experience went up. And that's got me noticed by the Vauxhall Export team, which is great because now I don't really have to worry. All I have to do now is concentrate on driving and going as fast as I can. Every lap is like a qualifying lap. You're always on the limit of adhesion, so you're either Your understeering where it's the car's pushing on, or your oversteering where it's coming sideways. At every possible corner you're on the limit of going off, so it's pretty exciting all the time.
Exciting, but also flipping dangerous.
I've probably lost 2 or 3 pals in the 10 years that I've been racing, so it can happen, and it does happen. I was always told by an ex-team manager that don't worry, because it always happens to the next guy, because when it happens to you, you don't know anything about it anyway, so enjoy it while you got it.
But at the end of the day, as always, there's one thing that makes all the cost and risk worthwhile.
Oh, the attention you get from the females is great, isn't it? It's real hardship, but it's fantastic. Love it.
We all need groupies, and at £3 million, it's a high-octane Oscar winner's dream come true. So, billionaires, it's time to add up the cost of our Oscars after-party. It's been one hell of a shindig today because on top of the ludicrous sum of £6,857,871 that we managed to spend in part 1, we've gone and blown a further £1,265,963 on a couple of antique movie posters. Just under 32,000 biggies on cosmetic dentistry, a gobsmacking 160 grand on a car stereo with a fabulous motor attached, of course. And if that's still not racy enough for you, how about a little something to do on the weekend? Because we've gone and blown £3 million sterling on our very own touring car race team. Making our total Oscar winners' big party budget a head-splitting £11,315,501. And that's enough money to buy you 357 cheesy Hollywood grins. Smile. But before we send you back to your meaningless everyday existence, it's time to grab a little something for your favourite movie starlet back home. If you're leading ladies cluttering up the mansion and blocking the view of your Oscar, then why not dress her up in a pair of 24-carat golden diamond rollerblades and send her skating down to Rodeo Drive? With a budget-breaking 100 grand on each foot, why, she'll be the talk of Tinseltown. Plus, you'll be gone long enough for you to try out that new casting couch you always promised yourself. So get your skates on, gang, and we'll see you lot next time.
What's she doing there by herself?